Hello everyone and welcome back to the Bibliotek. Today we're in the reference section to talk about the publication Discovering the Folklore of Birds and Beasts by Venetian Newall. This is a Shire Publications book, and Shire Publications specializes in UK folklore and history. So if that is something that you are interested in, I will leave links to Shire Publications in the description section. So as you may have guessed from the title of this book, it is all about different folklore and wives' tales about various animals, predominantly things that are said throughout the UK, but also some folklore from some other parts of Europe. So I've just picked a few animals which I thought had some rather interesting folklore associated with them, and I just thought that I would share them with you today. So here we go. Let's start with the butterfly. The butterfly is associated with the soul and with resurrection because it leaves the chrysalis, so it's kind of like a metaphor of the soul leaving the body. It's considered to be a good luck sign if you see a white butterfly at the coming of the new year. However, in Lincolnshire it is associated with your enemies, and so people would kill a butterfly symbolic of killing or crushing their enemies. Also, during certain wars, white butterflies were associated with France, and so English children would chase and kill white butterflies as a sign of triumphing over France. Let's move on to the crocodile, which is considered to be a symbol of treachery. It's said that crocodiles cried tears which turn into jewels, so this would entice people to come closer, either to look at these jewels or to collect them, and then the crocodile would strike and devour this person. So I'm not sure if this is where the expression "to cry crocodile tears" comes from, but to me it sounds like that could be a possible explanation for that saying. So now let's move on to the skies, and let's start with the magpie. So in England, the magpie has quite a negative reputation because it's said that it refused to get onto Noah's Ark with the other animals, and it's also said that it didn't put its full heart into mourning the crucifixion of Christ. Therefore, it has quite a negative reputation, and it's said to be an ill omen to see a magpie. Furthermore, in Germany and Scandinavia, it's said that sorcerers can transform into magpies, and that witches in Germany and Scandinavia apparently ride magpies instead of riding broomsticks. And finally, let's talk about the owl. So because owls are nocturnal and solitary creatures, and because they're said to have a gloomy cry, I personally don't think that I quite like the sound of owls hooting, but each to their own. So basically, for these reasons, owls are considered to be bearers of misfortune and omens of death. And also in Wales, it's said that if you hear an owl hooting, that is a sign that snow is on the way. Farmers also thought that if an owl touched a cow, the cow would die, and that an owl's cry could startle a cow and turn its milk sour. So yeah, I did actually try to find a variety of different animals and folklore, but as you can see, all of these have turned out to be quite gloomy. That's not by accident, it just happens to be that a lot of the folklore in this book is quite, gloomy and ominous. I don't know if that is just the way that things were. I don't know if the author of this book was quite selective with the folklore that they gathered. But yeah, I was quite disappointed to see there weren't very many sort of positive animalistic associations. If there's anything that you know of that is much happier than the topics that I have covered in this video, please let me know in the comments section. But that is it for today's video. Hopefully I will be back next time with something more positive.